are going to jump right into our juror awards. As you saw in the producer's reel, we had a big screen there of all the different volunteers who are, some are mostly are in the film industry, some are related to the film industry, and some are just audience members who enjoy film a lot, and volunteered their time to look at over 80 plus short films, over a dozen qualifying documentaries, and over a dozen feature films, and 10 different web series to determine what they feel is the outstanding achievement in each of these particular categories. So I have some fancy schmancy envelopes right here. They can see it. It kind of goes in and out with this little thing here. And James does not know the answers. Only I know the answers.
I like to be surprised.
Exactly. So I'm going to read the awards, hand over the envelope to Mr. James here, and he's going to read the winner. So our first award, I should say too that we're going to present the winner in each category, and then a captain from each of the different juror categories is going to explain why they chose this particular film. Okay, so our first award would be for outstanding cisgender female identifying short film.
Oh, this makes me so excited.
Exactly.
And the award goes to Particular Friendships, directed by Mark Padilla, USA.
Right, it's a tie.
Oh, it's a tie.
That's what that tie means.
Yeah.
Tie.
If I read the top, it's a tie.
Yes.
And the second film is
Ayanye.
Ayanye, directed by Nicholas. I can't read your handwriting.
Me either. Greenacre.
Greenacre from Switzerland.
Right. And Susan D. Pronio is going to explain to us why that particular set of jurors chose Particular Friendships and Ayanye as their choice.
Well, we chose Particular Friendships because it spoke true, and it really alerted people to a lot of what really goes on with Catholicism. It really is a documentary, which I think is important for everyone to see. The reason why we chose it mostly is because the story that the woman shares with us is really riveting. And I encourage everyone to take 10, 15 minutes out of their life to watch it. When we decided that, well, this is a documentary and INA should also be included, is because we wanted to also include a film which was a story. And so we put INA in there, which if you watch it, you'll understand why we felt it was beautifully filmed. The story was painful yet real. And I think that's pretty much it.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, those are great choices, Susan. Thank you so much. You can find Particular Friendships in the shorts program labeled There's No Place Like Home. And you can find Ayanye in Music and Romance, which was curated by Susie Nash. All right, we're going to jump to our next award here, which is for Outstanding Cisgender Male Identifying Short Film.
And the award goes to Brothers, directed by Mike Masalam.
Hey, Mike.
USA. Congratulations, Mike.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and this is all given to us moments before we go live.
I just found out. I'm excited.
They just found out now.
Wow, thank you so much.
There you go.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And
John Crawley, who's the juror captain for the Cisgender Male Identifying Short Film Series, is going to explain why he chose your film, Mike.
Hi, guys. Sorry, mine says Kelly, but I'm really John. So we wrote up tonight's winning film in the category of cisgender male short goes to a movie that is musically winsome and choreographically innovative. The tale depicts the sibling relationship of two men at odds with their family's homophobia. Philadelphia's qFLIX is proud to give this award to Brothers, a film about brotherly love and the beauty of dance. And we congratulate director Mike Moslem on his win.
So thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
So much. All right. A little surprise there for you, Mike. All right. Our next award is for Outstanding Transgender or Gender Nonconforming Short Film.
And this award goes to, it's a tie. I love ties. The Rogers, directed by Dean Hammer and Joe Wilson, USA. And Waking Hour,
Oh,
directed by Nava
No.
Mao, USA.
All right, and Miss Susan is going to come back on screen and make a repeat performance and pull double duty here, and also was on the part of the trans non-conforming panel as well. Susan?
So the reason that that Francis wrote this, and I'll read a little bit about it, for Waking Hour, is because Mao is a trans woman telling a story about a trans woman. And we always check the storyteller behind the stories of trans women. Waking Hour is not just a real story, it's a story that's almost a thriller, and it's riveting. It was just real and poignant, and a must watch. So when it comes to the next one, let me see if I got it up. The Rogers was a name affectionately taken, gifted by the champion of Falafina in Samoa. And they're chipping away at Samoan trans misandry. Trans misandry is a thing everywhere. The trans feminine famously experience more visibility than trans masc and NB folk for different reasons. And of course, to mixed ends. To put it perfectly, and although we love to see the trans mass folks in Samoa thrive and get the attention they deserve, because with representation comes safety. The opportunity to hear from trans people from different places than where we live, and this is why the film deserves the attention it is getting in this festival. Gender is endlessly tangled in every aspect of the human experience, and since cultural rules are different everywhere, people who transgress gender in any given cultural structure reveal its true workings. The best way to understand something complicated is to break it and then put it back together the wrong way. And thank you, Francis, for writing that.
Awesome. Thank you, Susan. We appreciate that. And I'll mention that these two films are both in the shorts program entitled Transastic Shorts. And I should mention that Mike's short film Brothers, which was a cisgender male award winner, is in the program labeled Outside the Box, which is curated by Scott Drake, who's also our third part of our programming team. And Scott's feeling under the weather and having some health issues, so we'll send out some good wishes to him. But thank you all for your work on the shorts program. Like I said, it was over 80 plus short films that they all went through, probably from at least 25 different countries. So thank you very much for that. And we are going to move on to our next category, which is Outstanding Web Series.
The award goes to, it's a tie.
The Year of the Ties.
The Year of the Ties. Queens, directed by Pat Mills, Canada. And Sorry We Missed You, directed by Greg Bettenhoff, USA.
Awesome. And Brian Gannon, who's the director of Jurors and also on the web series panel, is going to explain to us those choices.
okay. Thank you. Hi, everybody. So it was a tie because one was basically a narrative and the other is a documentary. So we thought that they both deserved some recognition. For Sorry We Missed You, we felt that the concept alone is a winner. It's interesting and not overly done. There are so many unsung heroes in our community that it's really nice to get some highlights shown on them. It was informative, enlightening, and creative. And while it did have some distracting technical issues, we think they were overshadowed for the most part by the material presented. And the skill of the narrator, which is very important in shows like that, was also noticeable. And overall, I felt, and the team of us felt, that this was a series that could actually be sustainable and even possibly become mainstream. For Queens, which is more of a narrative story and a comedy, it's witty and engaging. This series rose above the others in many areas, including production and technical standards. The cast was very talented and delivered high-level performances. And while it was only one episode, it was a really clear representation of what the entire series would be about. And is also, I would think, a potentially sustainable series. Unlike most of the others in this category, unfortunately for them, this one left me wanting more. This was a series that I would definitely watch.
Great. Thank you so much, Brian, and thank you for all of your work on qFLIX. You can find Queens in New Media #2. New Media is just like the fancy name we use for web series. And Sorry We Missed You can be found in New Media web series #1. Okay. And I'll just keep plugging and doing commercials the whole time. You still have about maybe 48 hours or so left to purchase tickets to see any of our programs. And then you have 48 hours from that point to then view those programs. And unlike an in-person film festival, it's still a good deal and a good time to buy a pass. You still have access to all the films. And if you just sat down and watched them all in a row, you could see the entire festival. But if not, it's only $90 for a pass. I think the way it works out is like $2.75 a film or program, if you look at it that way. So thank you for all those who have bought their passes and tickets. And if you could keep spreading the word up until the last second, we greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. We are going to move on to the outstanding documentary.
The award for outstanding documentary goes to March for Dignity, directed by John Amos, United Kingdom.
All right. And Scott Hinson, who's the captain for the documentary jurors, is going to explain to us that decision.
Hi, guys. Good evening. Out of 12 or 13 documentaries, we, the jury, unanimously name March for Dignity as the outstanding documentary. This is a film that chronicles a group of passionate queer activists as they seek to occupy the public space in Tbilisi in the country of Georgia. Something as simple as a pride march, an activity that in more Western locales can so easily be taken for granted. This film infuriates. It gives us a look into a very foreign world that is still somehow quite similar to our own American and British political landscapes. It educates. It illuminates with inspiration. It entertains with deeply felt moments of both gravity and humor. And most importantly, this film serves a purpose greater than itself. March for Dignity is an example of essential, no frills, hit the road running filmmaking, an intelligent and heartfelt exposition of bravery in the face of tense, unfolding events between extremely opposed viewpoints. In giving March for Dignity this recognition, we also mean to applaud the inner strength of the film's subjects in standing up to right-wing political resistance and repressive religious ideologies. We are equal citizens and we deserve to live with dignity, says one of the film's key players near the documentary's end. Those words may have been spoken in a small country just south of Russia, but it is abundantly clear that this sentiment still echoes across the world today. This is a film that speaks to our collective current moment and to the continued struggle for not only queer, but civil liberation. March for Dignity is an important, well-made film, one we hope many people will get to experience.
Excellent. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yes.
I got chills.
Right. It's a great, great, great movie. Great movie. Hope you all can get a chance to take a look at that before we conclude. All right. And last but not least, the outstanding feature film for 2020.
This award goes to The Strong Ones, directed by Omar Soniga, Chile.
Excellent. And Joelle Ludovich is going to talk to us about the juror's decision to choose that film.
I'm going to read Victor Mignani had written up after we were all pretty much in agreement on this one. The narrative feature jury has selected the strong ones, writer-director Omar Zuniga's intimate evocation of unexpected love on the Chilean coast. This haunting and memorable film features naturalistic performances, a sensitive script in which most of the emotion refreshingly happens between the lines, an internationally relatable storyline, and a rare look into a world where family and importance of place can still take precedence over ambition. That was written by Victor Mignani.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now, if you want to see this amazing movie, unfortunately it has passed its limit to buy a ticket during the festival. However, if you buy a pass, even if a film has expired its runtime, you can still see all the films. So perfect setup for that. All right. Thank you so much again to the jury. It's Brian Gannon, who's the head of jurors. We appreciate all your efforts. I know this year especially was a Herculean effort to sort through all the tremendous work that we had, and we really appreciate your efforts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.